Hey, what's up? It's Moshe Loren. And for 23 years, I was the voice on the radio behind the mic in cities like St. Louis, Philly, and West Palm Beach, connecting with listeners and sharing stories and just being a voice for the community. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've navigated the crazy ups and downs of this life together. But then life threw me a curveball. After my 10-year marriage ended, everything changed overnight, and I found myself asking, so what now? This podcast is my answer, and it's not just my journey, it's ours. It's for those of us who have had to reset, pivot, or start over in the face of life's unexpected challenges. Together, we'll explore healing, happiness, grief, self-reflection, forgiveness, dating, yes, dating, because I gotta get back in these streets, and everything in between. Through my journey, I'm creating a safe space for us to come together, reclaim our strength, and rebuild our lives. You don't have to go through this alone. Together, we'll find the confidence to create the happily ever after we all deserve. So what now? Let's figure it out together. Thank you for joining me this special Friendsgiving episode of So What Now? I'm so sad, but do you know that this does mark the end of season 1? What an incredible season this has been. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who have tuned in, shared your stories, and just been a part of this beautiful mess, this beautiful village and community that we're building together. Don't worry, this isn't goodbye, it's just I'll see you later. So What Now will be back for season 2 in January of 2025, and I cannot wait to share more powerful conversations and inspiring stories with you. So from me and the entire crew of So What Now, we wish you a joyful holiday season and a very, very happy new year. Remember, this is the time to reflect, connect, and prepare for all beautiful new beginnings ahead. Until we meet again, let's keep turning life's challenges into growth, gratitude, and greatness. See you in 2025.
Heavenly Father, I want to thank you so much for allowing us to be here, God. Thank you for being in our life, God. Thank you as we close out, getting ready, preparing for 2024, God. Thank you for friends. Thank you for allowing us to be at the table together, God. If you don't do anything else for us, God, we appreciate and thank you for being here, God. Bless the food that we are about to receive. Bless the hands that prepared it, God, for us. The nourishment of our body, minds, and souls, God. We thank you for who you are. Thank you for our grace, mercy, and most of all, favor over our life. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for being here, first and foremost. I appreciate y'all for just being my friends. This is my neighbor, Tasha. Tasha, say hello.
Hello.
This is my good friend, Mika.
Hey.
And that is Takia. You guys hear me talk about Takia every episode. She helps us in the social media space. And let me tell you something. If you ever need a lemon sliced, be sure to give her a call. So welcome to our first So What Now Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving feast. Look at all this amazing food.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Thank you. Say it again, Ty.
It is amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Okay, it don't matter who cut the onions. Don't matter who fried the chicken. Don't matter.
It's good.
It's good. That's all that
It's about
matters.
right there. Just a little food and some good company.
That's it. So since we are doing Friendsgiving and it's all about Thanksgiving, I figured we would start our conversation here. How about if we can just go down the line and talk about the things that we are grateful for this year. And we can start with, let's start with you, Tosh.
Okay, damn, put me on front. So I think what I'm thankful for this year, because this has been, every year, right? It's just like a year of new experiences and all of that. But this year, I prayed for discernment in this year. And when I tell you what I prayed for, I didn't even expect it to come in all of my relationships and friendships. Not just, the male friendships and relationships, but I got discernment even in my friendships, my female friendships, So I'm thankful for God bringing me through this season of discernment because I asked for that this year. And obviously, all of the things, the family, your friends, and you know, your health and your
Yeah.
wealth.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a good year.
It's been a good year.
And then I got to meet you. You know, we've always said we wanted to meet each other
Yeah.
for years, and
Yeah.
it finally happened this year.
Yeah.
So it's all about God's timing.
It
So yeah,
is.
it's been a
It
good
is.
2024. So
It is.
I'm excited about 2025.
I'll go next since we're going down the line. I want to go back to Tasha because if we're talking about gratefulness for 2024, Meek and Takia I've known for a while. Tasha, I've known of her, but I've not known her because I've been living here for about 4 years. And she was the first neighbor that came up to me to welcome me to the neighborhood. And we would do this thing, and I talked about this in the podcast. I talk about this all the time. And everybody knows you as the neighbor, right? So we used to drive up in our driveways or be at the mailbox, and we'll throw a hand up. Hey girl, we need to get together. Your house or mine? Friday, wine. Okay, Friday, right? Friday, come and go.
Many Fridays.
Many Fridays have come and go. I would say 4 years of Fridays have come and go. And we have been doing that same routine for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was probably, I don't know, maybe back in March of this year. And we both go to the trail not too far from here. And I used to see her on the trail too. And it would be like we'd run and walk past, hey girl, and we just keep going, right? So this particular day, one morning, I was at the trail, she was at the trail, and we just stopped. And I said, girl, I guess we ain't never gonna get together and have that drink that we talked about having, because I'm about to put this house up on the market. She's like, what? You about to sell your house? I said, yeah. I said, girl, it's a lot going on at 1625. She goes, girl, it's a lot going on at 1635. And I'm like, what? And it's like instinctively, we knew when we said going on, we knew what the going ons were. Mm-hmm. And that conversation was probably an hour. We walked the trail, we talked, I cried, she encouraged, I cried some more, we encouraged some more, we hugged, and that was the beginning of our budding, blossoming friendship. Mm-hmm. And I am so grateful that this year was the year that God saw fit for our paths to really intersect, for us to connect in the way that we did, because I needed her more this year than I needed her in the past 3 years.
Wow.
And she has been one of my blessings for 2024. I love you so much. I love you.
That's good.
So
Heavy.
that's
beautiful.
That's one of the things I'm grateful for. And then, the other stuff like family and friends and health and all the other things. But that's one of the things that stick out for me.
That's really good. I think for me, the biggest thing is, one, I'm grateful to be here, because when I tell you this year, people have left.
Mm-hmm.
People that we went to school together with, family members, they're no longer with us. So I'm grateful for being present, for being here. Mm-hmm. And then two, I started to really say, God, I surrender. Mm-hmm. I surrender everything. And the one thing I prayed for is exposure. Mm. Expose me of the things that are holding me back. Mm. Expose me of the people that are holding me back. Expose me of the relationships that are holding me really bondage. Expose me of the things that I'm not doing to move or to build. And boy. Mm. You better really realize what you're praying for, because when I say exposure was exposing,
Wow.
And honestly, a lot of it was me. Like, if I just am more intentional or being aware of who you are allowing in your circle, who you are allowing to even speak on your behalf or speak to your spirit. Woo.
Yes.
It was real. So that's the biggest thing for me, the exposure piece, because it's a scary thing to ask God to expose.
Yeah. Because then you got to get ready.
You got to get ready. You got to get ready to exit.
To the forefront. Yeah.
Who are you exiting and who's exiting?
Because once it's exposed, you gotta actually.
You can never unsee it.
Right? You gotta actually do something about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
You know what, sis? I like that. I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm gonna pray for next year.
You better be ready.
Yeah.
You better be ready.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That's beautiful, though.
Yeah. What about you, Takia?
I think at this point I am thankful and grateful for, of course, my village, for holding me and sustaining me through all the ebbs and flows of life. I am thankful for like exposure, because this year exposed a lot of people.
Wow.
Really?
People that I thought was for me, and then I found out they really weren't. So, and I'm thankful for the strength, because people tried to break me,
Wow.
Yes.
but I'm still here.
That's
And
right.
I'm still standing. So I'm thankful for that, for the strength, for acknowledging my own strength.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
Yep.
I love that. So what do you think, what wish, if you had any, because every year we try to, I don't know if I believe in resolutions more
Yeah.
so, especially not at the top of the year, so cliche. I think life is ever evolving every day. I'm looking for evolution and change and growth and all that stuff.
Enjoying the show so far? Well, please like, comment, subscribe, or share. And to keep up with all things Moshe Loren, that's me, head over to MosheLoren.com.
But I think we do sort of use the new year as a reset to try to focus on specific things.
Yeah.
And was there anything that you wished for coming into 24 that happened this year? Or is there anything that you wished for that didn't happen this year? Anything that you wished for, you went into 23, into 24 saying, this year I'm going to do this. And for whatever reason, you didn't do it or it didn't happen. Is there anything like that that you can recall?
Are we going down the line, or
Yeah.
we just want to? Okay.
Yeah, just jump in,
Okay.
jump
Yeah,
in,
just
just jump
jump
in.
Okay. Anybody?
I think for me, the one thing I wish for is, for me, I know my mom, my father were always entrepreneurs. And I knew that it was possible, but I never knew how to make it possible without having to go through the entire process. So the one thing that we were intentional about this year was teaching our kids how to build with us. And I think for me, it really taught me that I don't know a lot of things to help them at that beginning stage, but it also helped me to research, what is it that if you had to break everything down and if you went to zero, or if you had 1 year to build based on the knowledge that you have right now, how would you do it? To get to a
1 year to build based on what your
What you
knowledge
know-
base right now.
Right now,
How would you do
how
it?
would you do it? And for me, it showed me that everyone has a different skill level. Everyone has something different to contribute, and we really had monetary goals. I really sat at the table at the beginning of this year with my family, my kids, my
I remember that. I saw that on
husband,
Instagram.
and we were intentional. We had whiteboards all over. What is it you really want? So
That's dope.
we have a meeting coming up, and I'm really interested in seeing what's been accomplished, what did you fail, what do you need to push for. But that was a win to me, because I feel like if I would have had that, and again, my mom and my father did a good job, but if I would have had that, imagine how far I would be if I would have started.
Actually sitting down
Sitting
with your kids
down and
planning it out.
planning it out.
Yeah.
That you did with your children.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
So I think that was the big win for me.
Yeah.
I love that.
And sharing it with your family too. I think that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
What about you, Tosh? Anything you thought about going, we're thinking about what we're doing next year, right now. So what did you think about in 23, crossing into 24?
I went through some real, personal things in 2023. And going into 2024, as far as on a business level, I feel like that's one thing that I've mastered very well, which is the business side. My personal though, it hasn't come it's quite as easy.
Right.
And I think this year going into 2024, I really, once again, I pray for discernment so that I could really, see what I need to see in people. And then the other thing I prayed for too was openness. What I realized is that I have been so close-minded, to a lot of different things, as far as just being more open to just even allow myself to have different experiences as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the mere fact that here I am, the age that I am, and I haven't been to a concert in 25 years.
Wow.
Hell, I hadn't even written the goddamn Marta.
Wow. I
was just like, I really
Don't
wanted,
feel bad about that one.
I'm just, you know, and
Probably safer that you have it.
Right.
I mean, but I think what I wanted to this year, I wanted to be open to experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, going into this year, I just said, you know, God, just you know, open my eyes so that I can see whatever it is that you are putting in front of me, and give me the discernment to be able to decipher what's good for me.
Right.
So this was just a year of just experiences and openness, and I don't even know what 2025 is going to look like for me.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just that excited about it.
You're going to have to ask yourself the question, so what now?
So
what
now?
now?
Exactly. It's like, I don't even know
Like
now.
the world is my oyster.
Exactly.
What do I want to do with it?
What am I going to do now?
Yeah.
So, and then of course, you know, with my family, you know, and my kids, you know, even, you know, my oldest son, you know, let me tell you something. Don't nobody test your gangster like a grown child. Woo, girl. But you know, even going through this journey with him, he's evolving and becoming, you know, the man that he wants to be, and I'm pouring into him. So this was just a season of openness. I had to be open to my son,
right.
my oldest son,
Right.
you know, coming to me and me saying, hey, I'm here, you know. So
Wow.
yeah, that's what 2024 was about for me.
That's awesome.
So
the excitement for 2025.
exactly.
I'm gonna take a little bit from that. I'm gonna
Okay.
take a little bit from you, because I'm excited about 2025 too.
Okay.
2024, honey, let me tell you something. 2024 did me in. Yeah?
Baby,
Okay?
baby,
2024
listen.
tried to take your girl out.
Okay.
Huh? Somebody?
Tried, but failed.
Baby, I can't try, but oh God, epic failure. Epic failure.
Listen, we are bruised, but not
Okay,
broken.
that's
Oh,
right.
listen,
Tried but
don't-
failed.
Bruised, but not
Listen,
broken.
I can't get up and shout right now. Takia, that deserves a shout. 2024 is not exactly how I envisioned it at all, to be honest with you.
Really?
And I guess that is the part that they say when you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans,
Tell him
right?
your plans.
Because 2024 was set up like this. Back in 2023, I said, boom, here we go. 2024 coming in, I'm turning 50. I'm about to put together a nice little trip. I'm going over to Italy, but I wanted to go to gosh, what's that part of Italy that I was planning?
Mykonos?
Not Mykonos. Mykonos is in Greece. I went to
Greece,
Greece.
Greece,
I was going
Italy.
to
Amalfi Coast?
no, I've been to Amalfi already. It was another area. Oh, why can't I think of it? I literally just lost it. Needless to say, the point I'm making is I had a big 50th trip that I was going to take, invite my girlfriends to come along, and just have a good celebration. Because 50 is a milestone.
Yes,
It's a
it
half a
is.
century.
Yes,
Qualifies.
it is.
It's a half a century. And so I was looking forward to celebrating my 50th year.
What's it like?
And I'm not. What's it like? Bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, you would know. Wouldn't you?
I'm not asking.
The lies
Wait,
they tell.
I haven't turned 50 yet.
I thought you were like my age, or
No.
for real, King?
Yeah,
Wow. When we
Well,
go,
we'll tell you how it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like to know.
I'll
That was a
I'll
genuine
tell you
Let's
how-
say
I'll tell you
how
how
it
it
feels.
is. It came in a little rocky for me, but things are smoothing out.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this big trip planned, and then, because let me just preference the birthdays by saying I'm not a birthday celebratory kind of girl. I'm just kind of like, it's another day. I'm
Yeah, you
time
just
for the
ease into
year.
it.
I am not. I have girlfriends, and even my daughter. They take birthdays very seriously.
Yes.
Like they roll out the red carpet for themselves. Like I'm doing this and this, and everybody needs to be there. And I'm like, child, but I wanted to do that. So January 3rd comes around. There was trouble in paradise last year, but I thought that paradise would, I thought paradise would win. But January 3rd of this year is the day I decided to file for divorce. And it was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make. And from that day to this day, when you talk about ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, the challenges, the storms, all the things were not what I had predicted for myself for 50. So while I didn't get to go on my Italy trip, I planned a little weekend for myself with my girls, with the people that I love, and I had an amazing time. And so I think the biggest thing that I would say is that what I wished for was what I wanted for my life, but what God saw for my life was very different. And I'm just happy that His plan went forth and not mine. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that His plan went forth and not mine, because I couldn't think of a better place that I'd rather be right now than where I am, which is coming out of the storm.
Yes.
I'm not out of it, but I'm on the other side of it in a way that I'm at peace, I'm content, and like you, Tosh, 2025, the doors that are opening, the opportunities that are presenting themselves, the connections, the people, it is just, I'm full. I'm full with gratefulness. So that's my wish.
You know, it's interesting though, you said you talked about the plans you had for your 50th. You know, you planned the big trip and all of that. What I distinctly remember about your 50th was all of the love that you were surrounded by.
Yeah.
And just to think, if things would have gone as planned, right? And you would have gone to Italy, right? You would not have been surrounded by all of those wonderful people.
Very true. Very
Because
true.
I literally said to her, girl, your village is solid. I mean, of course, I'm the newbie to the team, but when I tell you, I mean, it was amazing, your birthday. Just all of the love and all of the people.
Yeah.
So think about it.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that's why I
God
said.
brought it in just
the way.
Exactly how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. I agree with
And, you know, so his plan was actually much better.
Always is. I don't know what time it has been. Do you know what time where his plan is not trumped yours?
Because your party was everything.
It was so good.
And then in those darkest times that you were going through, you probably had to think back and pull from the love from the people that were there at your party.
Absolutely. Every day I'm pulling from the love.
So that was just a constant reminder of how loved you are.
Yeah. That definitely. I would say that. What about you, Kate? What is one wish that you may have had coming into this year with that happened or maybe didn't happen?
I'm gonna tell you this. I wish to hit the Mega Millions, and
Don't we all? Every day.
that happen. I have that same wish every week, Tuesday and Fridays. I have the same wish. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
I know.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
That's when the number comes out.
I play Power. I play Mega. I'm just hoping that one of the two. You know, I'm not picky. You know, I always ask God and thank God to allow me to be a blessing to others.
Yeah.
And I promised Him that if I hit the Mega Millions, I will continue to be a blessing to others.
Including us three right here.
Right here. Start here.
Start here.
Yeah. If I win, we win.
We all win. It's a win for all of us.
So I'm going into 2025 with the same wish. You know,
Okay.
you got to be persistent and consistent.
Yeah.
That's
persistent and consistent.
Persistent.
This
and
is true.
consistent. So that's
This
what
is
I'm
true.
going for.
So we're having dinner, and I was thinking about. I love the company that I keep, mind you. But if I could invite anybody to a Friendsgiving, dead or alive, who would it be? Anybody. If you could invite anybody to a Friendsgiving, dead or alive, who would it be?
I'll go.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna go with my auntie Patty LaBelle.
She would be a good guest.
Yeah, because she be cooking. Ooh, she be throwing down. And she's like that maternal figure, that cool auntie.
I love that.
Yeah.
That mama, you know what I'm saying, that you can connect with and just.
I like that.
Patty.
I like that.
Patty.
Mama Patty.
I like that.
Okay.
I like
Now,
that.
Mo, you've been to her house and you know have a personal
really?
relationship with
You
her.
have? Yeah. Miss
Tell
Patty,
her
she
that
cooks.
she has another goddaughter out here. That's
She got
what-
it.
you
Yeah,
know
she
what
got
I'm
it. Yeah,
saying?
she's from Philly.
I just want a hug
I do.
and a patty pie.
And Miss
That's
Patty
good.
is from Philly, and I did radio for a long time in Philly, so I met her through radio.
Okay.
But yeah, she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's everything that you see
Yeah.
on television in
Yeah.
terms of how she mothers everybody,
Right.
and she always wants to feed you. She always wants to cook for you, wants you to sit at her counter and eat good food and good conversation. I remember what was this, Christmas? She used to host these Christmas parties, and I went to her Christmas party one year
At the house?
at the house. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna show. I got some footage. I'm gonna show some of the footage. But I went to her house, and it was this year. It was Patty. It was Lettucey. It was who else was there? Patty and Lettucey come to mind because when she has a big grand piano in her living room, obviously. Lettucey. Sometimes it makes me mad, but
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have to give her
That
a
was a
whole
setup.
Yeah.
That was a setup.
The alley-oop.
Yeah, I know.
Forgive me, Lettucey, if I did not do your song justice, child. You know, the words they're escaping me. But needless to say, we were gathered around. So after dinner and all that stuff, we all gathered around her grand piano. Who was playing at the time? I don't remember, but the footage hopefully will show who was playing. But so they started singing. She started singing. Lettucey started singing. So can you imagine a whole jam session with Miss Patty and Lettucey and whomever else was in the room that could sing? Everybody belting out. It was amazing, amazing.
Call her.
One of the you said call her.
Call her for me and tell her she got another God's order.
Okay, call her. Share, Moshe.
I share with the world.
This is the season.
This is true. But yeah, I think I love to laugh. So if I'm gonna invite anybody to dinner, if I only had one person, I have to pick somebody that's gonna make me laugh. That I just love, because I love to laugh.
Yeah, that's good.
But I like that kind of humor that just comes sort of like naturally and maybe sort of dry but funny. So it would be Ellen DeGeneres for me. Ellen DeGeneres for me.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
You didn't see that?
I'm sorry.
Ellen
I
DeGeneres
did
can
not
have
see
a
that
seat at
coming.
my table at any time. She is
so hilarious. Like
funny, but not
so
like
funny.
you know,
It's
dad
not
joke
like
funny.
she's trying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I like that kind of effortless funny.
Yes.
And she's very effortlessly funny to me. So
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres for me.
Honestly,
Who
I thought you were gonna say Bernie Mac.
Oh, he
Because you did say Dead or Alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
did say that
thought you would go with Bernie.
Bernie,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know what? I wasn't thinking about the dead people.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Even though I said that, I was just
Okay.
I'm thinking about people that can actually come.
Can we only invite one person?
Just one person.
Wow.
One person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Okay, so
I'm gonna invite.
who you gonna invite?
Since I'm gonna invite Whitney.
Whitney. Yeah.
Whitney. I want to know why.
Cause baby, when I say you gonna get some funny stuff, some real stuff, some singing, I don't know if she can cook, but we can order some stuff. She gonna bring some good stuff. Whitney is just for me
Cause you
that
want her to sing.
yeah, well not even the singing part. I feel like for me, my mom is the mom that is so unfiltered. You never know what she's gonna say. But she's such a good mother.
Yeah.
And I saw that in Whitney. She is such a good mom. Like I feel like I don't know. She just real. I don't like fake people.
No,
So
she's
if
not fake.
you
She's
want
real.
somebody real, you don't know what you're gonna get with her. But for her in her good days, even in some of her bad days, she was somebody I would have had at my table.
Yeah. Yeah. Whitney. That's a good one. That's a good
Damn,
one.
see, and I wanted to invite two people, but I can only invite one.
Just
right, one for one.
But do the honorary mention when you finish.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, who I would want to invite would actually be Michelle Obama.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
So to me, Michelle Obama, I think I could really like get from her. How do you leverage being married to a powerful man, but yet you still seem to be a very accomplished woman? You are not standing in his shadow. You know, you are a mom. You are, you know, a devoted mother and wife, and at the same time, you still badass.
Right.
And I think that is it to me. I just would want to sit down and say, how are you able to balance all of
Just
that?
like the balance.
You know, how do you do that?
Yeah.
You know, when you are married to one of the most powerful men in
the
America,
world. Yeah.
in America. So what does that look like?
In the world.
So I would want to invite her because I think she would have a lot of things to share with us, just as to how we can pour into our youth, you know, young little brown girls that look just like us. And what does that look like when you think of a helpmate?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, we tend to go a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
You know, so I just would want to know how she balanced it. And then my honorary guest would be Denzel Washington's wife.
Pauletta.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I'm seeing her now come out Like, I know she's always been very talented, but you know, she did stand in the shadows of Denzel.
Yeah, she did.
And I, you know, have been married most of my adult life, and right now I'm in a season of what does that look like? You know, how do you make those sacrifices on a daily basis without any resentment?
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
that's real.
That is real.
That's real.
That
sis.
is real.
That's
Yeah.
real, sis.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know that you are just as accomplished, just as talented, and you know that you have all of the right things.
Yeah.
But you make the decision to step aside so that you can be a true helpmate and boost and lift someone else. I want to know what that looks like.
That
I want to know.
Them some real conversations.
That
for
is
Thanksgiving.
I'm
That was good. I was trying to laugh and stuff, but that's some good conversation for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, that's true because now me being new in my singledom, right?
Yeah.
Me too, right? New in the singledom.
Girl.
Wait, what happened?
No, she was gonna clear the plates.
No, I think I'm getting seconds, girl. Look, these green beans is banging.
Them green beans are good.
Listen.
Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls.
I want some beach coffee. Can I put some?
We can do some beach
But go
coffee.
ahead. Talk in your singledom.
In my singledom, what you're saying makes a lot of sense because in my singledom, the next one, right? Because I was the right package that showed up at the wrong address. Okay, but that's okay. I've been rerouted, everybody. But the next one, the next time, I want someone who will. I don't want to be in their shadow, right? Nor do I want them in mine.
Right.
I don't want to be the intellectual dominant, right? I want somebody who's equally, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Someone who's smarter than me, right? Somebody who can do some pouring if I need pouring. And I want to be able to support them in what they're already doing that's successful, and them to say, babe, what is it that you want to do? Right? What is it you do? Oh, how can I help you with that thing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had anybody say, I want to help you with that thing. It's always been the opposite way around, where it's like, I figure out what they love and I get behind what they want to do. Oh, you know what? Here's what you should do to make what you're doing better. You should probably do this. And then I become the person who's doing that thing for them. Right? But I'm like, wouldn't it be so nice to have somebody to say, I see what you're doing. Right. I see what you're interested in. But let me power it up by doing a little bit of this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Like, that is what I want. That is what I require. No more working. No more working on your potential, huh?
Right.
Somebody.
Right.
We're working in our potential these days.
Like I said, I'm looking for someone that can pour and lift.
Pour and lift. Yes. Pour and then
I need
cheers to pour and lifting. I might need some more champagne.
Right.
I need some more champagne.
Listen, here, pass it down.
I don't think anything else is in that
I
bottle.
will. Let me open the next one. Pour and lift. I need you to. In 2025. I'm needing you to pour and lift.
There
ain't nothing in there.
There's nothing in there. God.
So what happened was, did we drink that whole bottle already?
Y'all did.
Yes.
When I say y'all did.
Y'all did.
Miss 3
Don't do it.
libations.
See, and one of them was water.
Yeah, we do have, and I do have peach cobbler for dessert. Ladies.
Yes, now we gotta get the peach cobbler.
We gotta get the peach
Here,
cobbler.
ladies. But pour and lift is what I'm needing right now in this season.
Yes.
I want you to pour into me, and then sometime I need you to lift me.
Yeah.
You know, because I need that sometimes.
I think this is a season that we should not have to always be strong.
No.
That hard. That's
like-
what I'm saying.
You need.
Like, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
And be comfortable with not being strong because you know somebody's got you. Right? Shamika, who has been married.
And trust. And trust that they got you.
Yeah.
See, that's also the other part.
Yeah.
Trust
That's hard though.
Trust
That's hard.
that they got you.
Yeah.
Hard.
Enjoying the show so far? Well, please like, comment, subscribe, or share. And to keep up with all things Moshe Loren, that's me, head over to MosheLoren.com.
Okay, so welcome back to So What Now? This is our Friendsgiving episode and our last episode of the season, no less. Because we're going to take a little break and come back in 2025 But we left off, we were talking about trust. You brought up something about trust.
No, she did.
Who brought up trust? Oh,
She
Takia.
did.
Takia, you brought up something about trusting.
Don't do it.
Well, y'all.
She said don't do it.
You said don't do it. Don't do it. Stay far away from that word. Y'all trust the speech cobbler, though, don't you?
Yes.
You trust the speech cobbler. Okay,
You did that. You did it.
Thank you so very much. But anyway, so trust. You're having trust issues, but you're going to be more open to trusting. Is what you were saying, or what?
I'm inching to getting to that point.
Got
to
it.
open up a little more to trust more people. Not there yet. Baby steps.
So I'm just gonna ask. I was having this conversation with a really good friend of mine. We were talking about trust, right? And I am beginning to realize that for me, trust, right? Trust is actually built to me with consistency,
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
right?
Definitely.
And when I think about trust, I always say, when I started really trying to pull back the layers of myself, because once again, I'm in a season of just trying to have a better understanding of me, right? And when I started dealing with trust, and I've gone to therapy. So for anybody that's do therapy, not for therapy, I highly suggest it. But anyway, I went through that, and when I started trying to identify trust, what does it look like, right? What are my issues with trust, right? And I started, because I used to walk around saying, you know what, I have trust issues. I have trust issues. I used to take ownership for other people's dishonesty and mistrust, because I said I had trust issues.
Got it.
But I realized, no, I don't have trust issues. I have issues with people that I cannot
Trust. Yeah, that's a difference. There's a difference.
And I did not understand what that even meant until I started pulling back those layers and really starting to figure out what trust meant to me and how do I gain trust with others.
Right.
And that's when I said, this is going to be the stepping stone for me moving forward.
Consistency.
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 The same.
But here's the
energy.
thing. Here's the thing. So if you gauge trust based on consistency, right? And hypothetically speaking, a single folks, and we're gonna hear from the married sister in a second. You don't have consistency with someone you just met.
But you
So-
can though.
Wait, you just met them. Consistency is established over time.
Over time.
You can't say I'm consistent if I've only met you for 30 days. We can all be consistent for anything for 30 days, right?
Right.
So if trust is only established through consistency, how do you extend the trust to someone that you just met who you want to maybe pursue something more with? How do you have to give them some grace and some trust in the beginning, right?
For me, it's matching efforts.
Got it.
That's
Matching
right.
efforts, yeah.
Yeah, it's matching efforts.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay. I get that. That makes sense. If he matches your effort in terms of how he pursues you and how you, if it's equal and aligned, then you give him the grace of trust.
I give him the grace
Yeah.
and the time. And the time to move, to continue.
To the next
Right. And once again, matching efforts is done through consistency.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's done that way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I used to walk around thinking I had trust issues, and I just wanted, and I changed. I just changed. I did it. I just
Relanguaged
changed
it.
Yeah.
I have trust issues.
Because I was like,
That's big.
why am I taking responsibilities for someone else's, mistrust and dishonest acts? No, I don't have trust issues. I have issues with people that
I
can't be
cannot trust
trusted.
it. That's right. Big me.
Yes.
Big me. 20 plus years in the game.
Oh my God, you've been married for 20 years.
21.
That's a blessing.
Listen,
That's a blessing.
I'm clapping for that. I'm
Blessing.
clapping for that. Because if you add both of mine together, it's about the same.
You want to know my 10 in there? We got 30 years.
We're 30 years vested.
30 years vested. So, me, you got to talk to us about trust and all the things from your perspective as a 20-year vet in this thing called marriage.
I think you all said something that we didn't always have. I love when you said that you wanted someone to lift you And it's so crazy because I'm learning how to accept like not being so strong. My husband really wants to be there and he's so supportive. Like I'm talking about so supportive.
That's beautiful.
But for me, it's like you would think that I could just. Sometimes I have to pinch myself like, God, I don't want to lose my marriage because I feel like I am so in a space where I have to have everything the right way, or I feel like I have to do everything. Everything to put up curtains and build a house and all that. I can't do none of that stuff. But me allowing him to just be the strength for me, it sometimes gets hard. And that's because, like you said,
does that come from? Is that rooted in a place of distrust, or where's that rooted?
Not trust. I don't even. Well, you know what? I mean, I have a daughter that's not my biological daughter, and that happened, of course, when we were. My oldest son is 25 and she's 24, so I just pushed my son out, and just found out that, of course, that he had another child. So trust was an issue, of course, in the beginning. I was very young. I got married at 22. So the man that I married is not the man that he is today.
Sure.
And I'm grateful for that. But I think that's why the trust part is not an issue at all. But for me, the conversations that you guys are having that you want, it really makes me sit here in my seat like I need to just start being that. I need to start just allowing that.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in a space where I'm really learning how to be in my feminine zone.
Yeah, your
like
softness.
my softness, like
soft and
yeah,
weak.
like
Soft
you know,
and
it's like you don't have to, and just because you can doesn't mean that you need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. But that again, if we gotta keep highlighting the word of God here, in order for you to feel soft,
yeah,
it's because you have a lot of trust.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel safe, right, with
That's
your
true.
husband. You feel secure.
Yeah.
And so it allows you to tap into the softest side of you.
yeah.
When you're dealing with issues of, well, not necessarily trust, when you're dealing with people that you can't trust, how then can you be soft and guarded at the same time?
Yeah.
It's impossible, right? It's
Yeah.
impossible.
It is.
So I don't know, maybe my choosing ain't been real good. You know, I don't know about y'all, but I gotta recalibrate my choices.
Let me tell you one thing. Like my husband, a lot of people come to my husband, like my sisters, my friends. They ask my husband questions because he's gonna give you the raw truth, like from a man's perspective. And I think the one thing that keeps coming up over and over in his conversation is he really always says that we don't want to hear the truth. Like
we don't want to hear.
we don't want to hear the truth. Like meaning, if you know that I am this person, either you're gonna accept it or not. But we don't ask the right questions in the beginning. We waste too many times because we want to be complete. We waste too much time because we want someone to be there to be companion or to make us feel like you have someone. You don't always have to show up with someone. Ask the right questions and you'll know and stop wasting time. So I don't know what questions those are that we need. Well, we need to ask.
Lorenzo needs to give us
send
us an email. Okay. On what are the right questions? So what are the? Okay, so we're dating. Are you dating, Takia?
I have friends.
Yeah.
I have friends.
And options.
Are you dating me?
I am.
Okay, you're
I'm
dating.
in a relationship.
We're holding
You're in a
auditions.
relationship. Okay,
Mhm.
got it. You said you holding on to who?
Holding auditions for the
Casting.
Yeah.
Open casting calls.
Open casting calls.
So what are the questions? Because I'm new to the dating scene, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of litter out here on the streets.
Girl.
y'all.
Oh my God.
They need to clean up the streets.
Like
There's a lot of litter on the streets. I want to go back inside.
Mm-hmm.
I've been outside. I want to go back in.
I read somewhere, it's on Instagram, it said, I'm in the dating pool, but somebody peed in it.
Somebody
Somebody peed in
This
it.
is when they call a timeout and everybody got to get out the pool for them to-
Somebody peed in it.
Yeah.
That's when you go back and just recycle who you know. From college, from early work years.
But do you?
So I don't know about that. That's
I don't think I would do that.
The reason
Pass me
because
that bottle.
everybody has
Pass the
grown.
bottle, please. Not the peas, but pass the bottle.
Everybody has grown, so we all are at different stages in our life than when we previously dealt with each other. That's
So
true.
this is not exes. You're just going back into the people that you've known
That
in
I've
different
known.
areas.
But not the
Okay, got it.
relationships.
Not relationships.
Well, yeah,
necessarily.
there's
a few. You dipping back into old ponds. Got it. Okay.
gotta reread the chapter
Just so it can soak in.
just to make sure I understood it
Understood.
correctly. Understood the
Okay.
verbiage.
But would that be, I feel like would that be a waste of time? I mean, you already know that it didn't work. Then whether they grew or not, it just didn't work. So I don't know why I would go back. That's just me.
I get that, and I feel that way about some.
Okay.
But then there's others. It's just like, okay, you had to go through that stage in your
In
life
I
in
see
order
that.
for you to appreciate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
No,
It
I
happens.
see.
Yeah.
I see looking in your backyard to see if some of the things you left behind
Has grown and
they
blossomed.
have grown and blossomed, as you have, right?
Exactly.
Everybody deserves an opportunity to change. I like that. I just think. I just don't have anybody in my history.
You don't need anybody.
That's it.
that
You
I
want to go
can-
revisit.
huh?
You don't want to revisit.
Nobody in the garden.
That chapter's closed.
No, nobody that I want to go back to, but to the point of looking backwards, though, from a standpoint of well, there's some people that I could have been curious about that I never opened the door of opportunity to. I haven't considered that, but I will now.
Because it's
you.
almost like you already know. You know what I'm saying? It
You already
takes
know.
away a stage of that
Getting to
fakeness,
know.
getting to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah,
It's like you know who this person is.
there's a level
already.
of comfort.
There's a comfort level
Yeah.
already,
Got it.
and then you just build from that.
Huh.
And sometimes it's like, okay, yeah,
Where the
well.
camera at? Where the
Yeah.
camera at?
Yeah.
I might be coming for you. Check your DMs. I like that though. That's really good. That's really good.
Always give yourself options.
Okay. Options. But what about you? So dating. You're dating.
so
You're in a relationship.
I am finally.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say finally, but yes, I am in a relationship. So let me just tell you, for me, I entered into this dating season, and like I was just sharing with the ladies, that dating at this age looks very different. Right?
Yeah. It does.
So just for me, I used to do a lot of work in my relationships. I was the worker. I was the planner. I was the glue. You know, I made things happen in the relationship. And this time, you know, this season, I said, you know, if I'm asking for God to give me a man that leads, because that was always my issue, right? I wanted a man to lead, right?
Alpha man.
Alpha man, and I want a man that leads. I said, well, if I'm praying for a man to lead, then I think I have to sit back and see where he's gonna take me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you do.
So this season, I said, you know what? I am going to allow men to show me how they want to lead. Because I heard somewhere, if you allow a man to show you what he wants, if you let him do what he wants to do, then you'll see what he wants to do. So this time I said, I'm gonna step back. If I meet you and we have a great first meeting, I'm just gonna sit back and see where you take me from here.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna see if I like where you are taking me. And as soon as I don't, I
get off the
say,
line.
hey, you know what? I don't think that's gonna work for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was another thing. I had to get comfortable with saying, no,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's actually not
what I
what
wanna
I
do.
want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I don't like where you're leading me. No, I don't like the fact that you called me at 1 a.m. and you should have called me at 10. But if I ask for a man to lead,
Yeah.
then I need to sit back and allow
And
him
let him lead.
and let him lead.
lead.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you said, we're always strong. So that was the other thing. And then one of the other things I had to remember too, or had to realize, that you know what, it's okay to be vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that being feminine made me vulnerable. You see? So I had to say, no. I am not supposed to do all this heavy lifting.
Right.
I remember my ex-husband saying to me after we, divorced, he says, you seem so light.
Guess why?
And I said, yeah, I said I am. I said, I don't know how you thought I was gonna keep it light when you gave me all the heavy shit to carry.
This is what I'm saying. Exactly. That part. That
I don't know
part.
how you
But
thought
that's
I-
what they do. But
I
that's
don't
the
know.
manipulation of it, though.
Yeah.
Because you know the chaos that you create. You can't expect to live in peace when you create chaos. But that's the manipulation and the gaslighting that I talked about in one of the previous episodes. They know. He knew that.
And in that moment, I said, I am light.
Yeah.
I said, because I don't have to carry you anymore.
Exactly.
Okay.
That part.
Because what I realized is that you weren't leading,
Yeah.
and the leading that you were displaying, it just wasn't for me.
Cheers. That was amazing, Tasha.
Yes.
I think we just
Cheers.
changed. I think we just changed the life.
Cheers, ladies.
I think we just changed the
Cheers,
life.
ladies.
We helped somebody.
Cheers. We helped
somebody
somebody.
received that.
I know we
word.
helped me. I'm helping me. Listen, through helping is healing, or healing is helping. Is what I always say.
Yeah,
Because I share
Sharing
for the
is
sake of
healing.
healing,
that's right.
and then when you are healing yourself and doing it
Right.
transparently and openly, the hope is that it helps somebody
touches
else,
somebody.
right? It touches somebody else, and I think that just touched somebody else's. I really do. So, in wrapping this Friendsgiving, because this was amazing. This was amazing. I think I want to leave on a, let's see, I had something prepared, and I think I want to leave on a uplifting. Oh gosh, where is it?
Hydrate.
Oh, Libate Hydrate, everybody.
Hydrate. These are the only cups, the only glasses that have been full.
Okay, the entire time that we haven't had to refill.
We ain't hydrated.
We haven't hydrated at all. Y'all know.
Okay.
Hydrated.
Listen, and I am not,
Hydrated.
and I'm not upset about it. Honestly, it's Sunday.
I'm not either. I can't wait for the
Okay.
cameras to clutch.
It's Sunday.
So I can really go in.
Listen,
Okay. So as we conclude this episode and our season finale, here's my question to everybody. If you had to make a Friendsgiving movie, okay, what would the title be and who would you play? If you had to do a Friendsgiving movie, you know, one of those old, corny little holiday movies, what would you call it? What would you call your little holiday movie? And what would you play?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. I think if I
Is
had
it on Hallmark? Or
it could be on
Lifetime?
Hallmark. Yeah, maybe.
It's HBO. We on. Is it Tubi?
Is
Tubi?
Wait a minute. Mine would be mine would be
So we have to come up with a title?
you gotta think of
A title and a person.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
Okay, well then what would yours what would your question
Okay, wait. What's the question? If it's
if you had to do a Friendsgiving movie, what would
Okay.
the title be? What would the title be of your Friendsgiving movie? If you had to do a movie. On Tubi.
if you ain't bring nothing, don't take nothing.
Don't
If you
take
ain't
that.
bring nothing,
Don't take that. So don't come to your house with aluminum foil.
Exactly, in a tin pan. Taking it back to your husband who ain't want to show up to the meal. No.
Oh, I got one.
Well, I'm taking some potato salad, but it ain't for my husband. Look, I'm taking some potato salad, but it ain't gonna be for my husband today.
But
Cause that's not
you
what
bought something, so you can. You bought something. It's for those people that come empty-handed, arms swinging, and want to take a pan home.
God, that sounded my family.
To Cletus.
So what would yours be?
I don't know.
Okay, so I think so. Mine would be
Fine.
so it would be something like and then
And then dot Friendsgiving and then wow.
and then
Well, mine would be
So what now?
my husband traded in Thanksgiving for chop suey.
Ooh.
for General Powell.
General Powell, General Powell.
Wow.
No turkey.
Okay.
We in stir fry.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What I say?
Okay.
She about to be
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mine would
Oh, shoot.
be.
Okay.
Oh
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had a
What was yours
joke.
be?
Mine would be honestly, who you taking? Because everybody can't go to the next year.
Oh,
This is true.
who you taking?
Who you
Okay.
taking?
Who you taking?
Who you
That's
taking?
your holiday movie.
That's my holiday movie. Who you
Got it.
taking?
Got
Because
it.
a lot of stuff be exposed on them holidays.
For sure.
That's the truth.
That's the
The
truth.
Who you
truth does
taking?
come out on the holidays. That's the truth. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who you
Who
taking?
you taking? All right. Well, ladies.
Ooh, I'm thinking a whole bunch of good ones too now. I'm like, what you thinking? I'm like, ooh, what's next? I
What's
like that
next?
one. What's next?
Friendsgiving, what's next?
Yeah.
So what now?
next?
So what
So
now?
what now?
So what now? Well, this can.
Oh, you're right.
Hold on.
And then the tables turned.
And then the tables turn. Okay. Got it.
Because that's where you are, sis.
That's exactly where I am. The
Then the
table is
tables
definitely
turn.
turning. Well, guys, we are going to wrap this year's Friendsgiving. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
So What Now is executive produced and hosted by me, Moshe Loren. Our technical engineer is Abdul Kudus. Warren Thomas of City Country Creators designed our beautiful website and our logo. Check it out, MosheLoren.com. Takia Crawford and Shamika Maddox are our